Hi guys, Philip Bouchard here,
Paysage.
and
Bouton principal à droite.
yes, um, it's Philip Bouchard here, and it's here are some tips. You know, as a totally blind person, that I've learned recently because you know of those Windows updates. So yeah, but maybe also on iOS updates, Mac OS if you have a Mac or I don't know, but Windows updates, it's like for example the when you're pressing the Windows key plus the letter E, which is a File Explorer, Files Explorer, yeah. So uh, recent recently, you know, well before that, it used to do. It was used of doing uh, getting directly to the File Explorer menu, but now it changed. You know, Windows have changed that. Well, that that keyboard shortcut a little bit. So it's yeah, it's a bit complicated, but when you get when you're getting used to it, it's a lot easier. So now it's you can do Windows plus E, but now it's instead of getting you to the Files Explorer menu, it gets you to the Home page menu. So okay, so yeah, so now two options are made up. So number one is maybe pressing the Alt button once uh, it's gonna get to the menu bar, but I think that it's gonna be collapsed. I think, but then if you're pressing the Alt button one more time, then it's gonna be expanded, and the most important thing, the F, which stands for files, like files, is going to appear there. Oh, what? This is how I get to files? File Explorer? Right now? The new way? Oh, so that's number one. Or number two, the shortest way of getting there is pressing Windows E, homepage, and then pressing Alt plus F for files. So Alt plus F for files. And then it's going to bring you directly it's going to bring you directly there. Yeah. So it's pretty amazing. And then you can go to your then you can go with your up and down arrow, and you can get to documents, or you can get to a folder, or whatever you have on your list. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. And and of course, you know, for us as blind people, you know, if we're not using the mouse on with like a computer, then we're using a we are using a screen reader, or braille, a braille keyboard. But using a screen reader, using a screen reader like JAWS, which is standing for Job Access with Speech. If you're using NVDA, the NVDA screen reader, which stands for Non-Visual Desktop Access, and it is a text with speech as well. voice synthesizer. And if you're using Windows Narrator, same thing. It's a Windows screen reader, which is so cool as well. It's a lot better than it was before though. So I think it's great news. And of course on the Mac, iPhone or iPad, VoiceOver with Apple. Android is a TalkBack, or on a Chromebook it's a Chromebox screen reader. And of course, on the technology world, it's a specialist tech. It's you can use specialist tech, which is a lot more expensive though. Oh my gosh. The Braille note takers, which has some voice synthesizers and Braille for a blind person, and the Victor Reader Stream or Synth Player, the Synth Players from Hymns, and yeah, of course, Humanware, with the Victor Reader Stream. Or you can use a Blind Shell Classic phone, 1 and 2, with some physical buttons. If you're not used to touching your screen, yeah. So it's pretty amazing. But if not, maybe. But for me, as a iPhone user or Windows user, well, yeah, of course, I can touch my screen like
70%. Prendre une photo. Bouton. Prendre une photo. Bouton.
so. Maybe I don't know if I can if I can double tap, for example, to take a picture. So I can do that. Taking a yeah, live picture. Well, I am recording myself. Yeah, so I can do that. As long as the camera is well placed, and VoiceOver is gonna tell me if it's well placed or not. If my face is on level, or it's a little bit to the left or to the right, or it's not really centered in the center of the screen. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. But if you're not if you're not really used to work with the screen, then a keyboard is the solution, because all those keyboard shortcuts, and it's pretty cool to learn. It's some learning tools and skills. Some you don't need to be a geek of technology to learn all of that. It's just, even if you're a beginner, it's all right. As long as you're getting used to it in long term, it's gonna be like automatic. So yeah, it's pretty it's pretty amazing. Like, for example, for a file that I was searching for on Google for some tips and tricks for keyboard shortcuts in Windows. I have this document that I have just copied and pasted on my clipboard. So it's like, oh my gosh, I just did that. So I began by selecting all of my text by pressing Control A or Command A on a Mac, and then copy and paste Control C or Command C on a Mac, Control C on Windows, Control V or Command V for pasting, or if you don't want all the text, well, it's Control X for cutting, or Control Z for undo, or Control Y to redo the text. You know, it's it's pretty awesome. So like, if you know all of this, you know it's gonna be a tool for your success of learning some new stuff. So all right, so those were my tips, guys, and on that note, see you soon. And now the second video is gonna be in French. So see you soon, guys.
Arrêtez l'enregistrement vidéo.